What's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Coming up on today's show, can't believe we're having to do this video, Malik Nabers replacements. No one's replacing Malik Nabers. You don't replace a top 3 wide receiver in the NFL. But I believe the New York Giants need to make a move at wide receiver. Not to save the season, not to get to the playoffs, but for the development of Jackson Dart. They cannot roll with the receiver crew that they have over the next 13 games. So we're going to go over some top replacements, which will be tough. You're not going to find anybody that does the things that Malik Nabers has done on the football field. It's going to be big shoes to fill. Nabers is one of the best in the business. He was on an unreal start to the year as well. There's now nobody on this Giants team that puts fear into a defensive coordinator's heart, that demands a double team. That's what Malik Nabers did every time he touched the football. Every time he got on the football field, the defensive coordinator was like, where's one? Where's one? We got a double one. We got a double one. For good reason. He's that guy. And hopefully he can recover 110% from that ACL injury and be that guy going forward. Because this organization, we need it. Truth is, Giants have who they have. Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, Bo Collins, Gunnar Olszewski, and Jalen Hyatt. And we have 5 players on the active roster at receiver. With Nabers going to IR, maybe they elevate someone from the practice squad. Maybe they go out and sign somebody. Maybe they make a move. And I hope they do make a move. The New York Giants playing these next 13 games with the current receiver room that they have would be detrimental to the development of Jackson Dart. I'm not saying the Giants need to go out and trade for a wide receiver 1. They need to empty the treasure chest of future assets to go and get a wide receiver 1 right now to make the playoffs, save the season. It's not happening. The Giants need to go out and make a move for a wide receiver to help Jackson Dart, to aid his development. Because what we saw on the football field after Malik Nabers got hurt, that's reality for the Giants right now. And that reality, it was ugly. Giants had 6 drives in the second half without Nabers. They punted 4 times. They turned it over on downs another time. And the only touchdown drive they had, it started at the Chargers' 3-yard line because of an interception. Giants have to go out and make a move at receiver to help Jackson Dart continue to develop. So coming up next, we'll go over some Malik Nabers replacements. But first, show him some love. Type those ones in the comment section. Man, it hurts. I hope he's going to be 100% okay. We need you. We need you, brother. One thing that may be slowing the Giants down for making a big trade is the fact that they are right up against that salary cap number. And also, they don't have the most picks as well. They don't have a 3rd-round pick this year. They used that pick to trade up for Jackson Dart last year. They do have a 1st-rounder. They do have a 2nd-rounder. They do have a 4th, a 5th, and 3 6ths. So if they wanted to make a trade, they could, but it could be tough. Let's start with this. I think DJ Moore is a player that is going to be talked about here as a potential Malik Nabers replacement. It just isn't really working out right now for him with the Chicago Bears. Rome Odunze has turned into the wide receiver 1 in Chicago. And with DJ Moore at 28 years old, he could be a player that the New York Giants potentially show some interest in. I know the New York Giants had interest in DJ Moore before he was traded from the Carolina Panthers to the Chicago Bears. Moore's a really good player. Not having a great year this year, but prior to this year, he had back-to-back 95 grab seasons where he put up almost 1,000 yards in Caleb Williams' first year in the NFL. And with Justin Fields, he put up 1,300 and 64 yards, 80 yards per game, and 8 touchdowns. DJ Moore is a really good player. This would be a blockbuster trade. If the Giants are going big game hunting and they're taking that swing for a wide receiver 1 this year and a wide receiver 2 into the future, I believe DJ Moore will be on that list. And I won't be shocked if they call the Bears. And I believe if they do call the Bears and say, would you be interested in a DJ Moore trade, they would respond with, are you interested in giving up Kayvon Thibodeau? That's where I think the negotiations would start. I talked to my good friend Harrison Graham, the host of Chicago Bears Now here at Chat Sports, and he told me he thinks this could be the framework of a deal and mainly the meat and potatoes of a trade. So I'll ask you, would you make this trade? Would you trade Kayvon Thibodeau to the Chicago Bears for the 28-year-old DJ Moore? Take the C to Joe Shane. Type A for accept. Type D for decline. I want to hear from all of the real ones in the comment section. I lean towards decline. I do. I lean towards decline on this one for a couple of different reasons. One, Kayvon Thibodeau is starting to scratch that prime. He's putting together an all-pro year right now. I understand you're paying you are paying Abdul Carter a lot of money, but you're also paying Brian Burns a lot of money. But I like the idea of having 3 of those guys at an elite level. If the Giants have to pay Kayvon Thibodeau, that's a good problem to have. I lean towards decline, though, because I just don't love the contract that DJ Moore is on. I like the player. I think he's a good player. I think he'd be a hell of a wide receiver, too, next to Malik Nabers going into the future. But you guys see the cap hits on screen. I don't know if I want to pay those cap hits when DJ Moore is 30 years old and 31 years old and 32 years old. This is the first year of that 4-year, $110 million contract extension. DJ Moore's a damn good player. Kayvon Thibodeau's starting to become a damn good player. And I just don't know if that's the right move for this team. I like the idea of getting a talented receiver, building around Dart. I don't like taking away one of the few strengths of this football team. This one, though, you have my attention. You have my attention, Mr. Jakobi Meyers, the number 1 wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, a player that requested a trade just a couple of weeks ago, and a player that is going to be a free agent at the end of the season, a player that wants a contract extension that it does not seem like the Las Vegas Raiders are ready to give him. 6'2", 200 pounds, 28 years old, one of the more underrated receivers in all of football. I could be convinced that Jakobi Meyers is a strong trade target for the Giants. Is he an elite receiver? No. Is he a damn good wide receiver too? Hell yeah. 87 grabs for a stack last year and 4 touchdowns. 71 grabs for 800 yards before that, 8 touchdowns. 60 grabs for 800 yards the year before that for 6 touchdowns. Jakobi Meyers is a good football player. This is a yes for me. If the Giants can try to craft a deal to go and get Jakobi Meyers, I'd give him a 4th-round pick. Absolutely. I don't know if I'd give up a 2nd-round pick. What about Jakobi Meyers and a 4th going to the Giants and a 2nd going to Las Vegas? I could be interested in that. Then you sign Jakobi Meyers to an extension. And then Nabers is your 1 next year. Meyers is your 2. And you continue to build. He gets open. He creates separation. He's got strong hands. Things that I'm all interested in for a young quarterback. I would 100% pursue Jakobi Meyers. So, I'd look at that. Would I look at Odell Beckham Jr.? Because that's what everyone wants to know. That's what everyone wants to talk about. That's what everybody wants to see. Marsh, can we bring Odell back? Can we bring Odellium back to the Giants? It'd be fun. It'd be a story. It'd be must-watch TV. But at 32 years old, and it pains my heart to say this, because this guy is one of my favorite players to ever play for this team, is there gas left in the tank for Odell Beckham Jr. at 32 years old? I fear, because I'm biased and I like him, and it's a 40-ounce brew of nostalgia, that the answer is no. There's not gas left in the tank. He was not good last year for the Dolphins. 9 receptions in 9 games. He has not been able to escape the injury bug. And my heart hurts for him for that. It'd be a feel-good story. It'd put butts in seats of MetLife. It would have people watching this game, this team. But does that matter? The question is, would it help Jackson Dart? I don't know what the answer is to that. So I would do this. I'd give him a tryout. I'd see where he's at physically. I'd see how he worked out. And I'd sit him down. And I'd see where his head is at. If he looks good in the workout, his head's in the right spot, he's ready to rock and roll, his body is not failing on him, I wouldn't mind signing him to the veteran minimum. But he needs to be healthy. He needs to be in shape. He needs to be ready to play right away. And his head needs to be in it for the right reasons. And he needs to know you're brought here to help Jackson Dart. Be a servant for 6. Can he do that? I'd love it. I'd love to see it. I love Odell Beckham. If he's ready to go, why not? A lot of questions he's got to have to answer. Right, you guys answer this one. Should the Giants sign Odell Beckham Jr.? Type OBJ for yes. Type no. BJ for no. A couple more thoughts coming up in a second, but first, I got to give a major shout out to our proud sponsor, Prize Picks. Shout out to Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use that promo code CLNS. Play your first $5 lineup, and you'll get $50 in lineups ASAP. Prize Picks is the best daily fantasy sports app on the market. I play every game day, and I'm going to be ready to play for the MLB playoffs as well. I asked producer Jack Lauderay to send me a can't-lose Prize Picks lineup for the Yankees playoff series. And he said this is can't lose. He also said that, Marsh, you need to roll with my picks. I'm fading him. He's a biased Red Sox fan. So fade these picks, but do it at Prize Picks. PrizePicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Pick more, pick less, play Prize Picks. Some more trade targets at wide receiver. Rashod Bateman. I talked to my guy Joey Peterson, who hosts our Ravens channel here at Chat Sports, and he said they have a lot of love for Tez Walker, second-year wide receiver, and they almost traded Bateman this offseason. So far through 4 games, he's been somewhat out of the equation. I think Bateman's a good player. I don't think it costs an arm and a leg to go and trade for him. I like him. My guy Brett Alper, who covers the Titans here, said Titans are a dumpster fire, maybe Calvin Ridley. I thought Calvin Ridley at one point was a damn good player. I think there could be some juice there. He's extremely overpaid at this point. Jeremy Chuggs covers the Texans. Told me Christian Kirk could be available. I don't think Christian Kirk is going to solve many problems for the Giants, but could be another option in the slot. And then Pop Douglas, DeMario Douglas for the New England Patriots. Could make some sense. Good slot receiver. Great separation. Falling out of favor in New England. I don't hate it. Some free agents you could look at. Isaiah Hodgins. He's on the practice squad for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You could sign him right now. You could sign him right now to the Giants active roster. Diontae Johnson is out there. He's a good player. He's a head case. He's bounced around the NFL. DJ Chark, once a really good player. Injuries have zapped him of that. Collin Johnson, once a Giant, always a Giant. And then Robert Woods. Do you see the picture I'm trying to paint here? It's slim pickings. It is slim pickings. It's going to be tough to go out and make a move to get a receiver that's really going to help this team. It is. It'll be tough. How do you do it? This is what I would do. I would try to trade for Jakobi Meyers. I'd call up the Raiders, try to get that deal done. I understand the Giants aren't making the playoffs this year. This move's not about this year. This move is about developing your quarterback. I don't want to waste the first year of Jackson Dart because he's trying to throw the football to Wan'Dale Robinson and Darius Slayton and Jalen Hyatt and Bo Collins. Jakobi Meyers is a legit receiver. I try to do that. Then I'd give OBJ a workout. I see where he's at, body and mind-wise. If that doesn't go well, I'd sign Isaiah Hodgins to the active roster. That's what I would do. Try to go get Myers. See where OBJ is at. And then if none of those work, bring me Isaiah Hodgins off the practice squad for the Pittsburgh Steelers. None of these options are going to fill the void of Malik Nabers. It sucks. It sucks. Maybe little Jordan Humphrey gets brought up off the practice squad. That's not really doing much either. Make sure you are following me on social media. Let's go Giants.